Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for attending this evening's virtual college fair. You're here obviously to learn about some absolutely amazing institutions and the different things that they can offer. So welcome. Welcome to the Texas Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair, powered by StriveScan. My name is Sibella Rasim. I will be your facilitator for this evening's session. And obviously, we want to have some fun, right? But in order to have some fun, we want to make sure that everything runs smoothly. So I have a few just housekeeping items for you all just to keep in mind throughout the session before we get started here. Now, first thing I want to mention is that we absolutely encourage questions. You should be asking these institutions questions, whatever's on your mind that you may want to know a little bit more about. But how do you do that, right? So you're actually going to be using, as an attendee, the Q&A button down at the bottom of your Zoom screen to type in the questions at any point in time to the presenters. If you have a specific question to ask a specific university, you do not have to wait until they present. Go ahead and ask those questions at any point in time in that Q&A. The reason I also mentioned this is because we will not be having a live Q&A at the end with your questions. So the only way to get your questions answered would be through the Q&A before the end of the session. Also, please make sure to address the institution's name within your question so we know who the question goes to. I do also want to mention this is kind of a webinar style type of virtual college fair. So as an attendee, you are muted and your video is turned off. The panelists cannot see or cannot hear you. So again, one way to interact, or the only way really to interact with the presenters for this evening, will be through the Q&A. Also, sign up for more sessions. This is one of many college presentations offered. So please sign up for more sessions for the next time slot. And you could do that in the same page that you actually, same website that you actually registered for this one. Also, last but certainly not least, a recording will be available of this session. Maybe mom or your cousin missed out, or maybe you want to go back and check it out again. All sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Texas within the coming days. Quickly, actually, last but not least, I promise this time, always check your chat too. Although you cannot chat, your chat is disabled. You cannot chat back and forth with the presenters. You may want to check the chat because they could be putting awesome links or their contact information in the chat. So feel free to check that out. Without further ado, I would like to get started. First up, we have Valparaiso University.
Okay. Hi there, everyone. My name is Lizette Green, and I'm the admissions representative for Valparaiso University, and I'm actually located in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so I am your regional representative down here. Valparaiso University is located in Valparaiso, Indiana, which is about an hour outside of the Chicagoland area and about 20 minutes south of the Indiana Dunes. So I always like to say that we are in a perfect location for our students to have access to a major US city, but then also close to a national park. Our wonderful city is made up of about 33,000 residents, so not too large, not too small. And I think one of the great aspects of our institution is just the community support that we have from our local residents. We are about a 10-minute walking distance from the Central Park Plaza, where we have a variety of events and different restaurants, boutiques that our students are able to enjoy. One of our more popular events is the Popcorn Festival, which happens in the beginning of every year. Fun fact, Valparaiso was actually home to Orville Redenbacher, so it's a really fun event that happens when all of our students are coming onto campus. We do have some local transportation for our students if they do want to go to Chicago. That is where we have our large airport as well, so our students can get to fly home. But a little bit about the history about our campus. We are founded as an independent Lutheran institution. We were founded in 1859, but our students do not have to be Lutheran to attend Valpo. In fact, we have students from many different religious backgrounds and beliefs, and you can see that Valpo is actually a very welcoming environment for our students. Our campus is made up of about 3,200 undergraduate students, so we're able to maintain an average class size of 20 and 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and our students are always taught by professors. So that is something that our students really are able to enjoy and help start building those relationships with the professors right away, because since they are being taught by their professors as early as their freshman year, they're able to start building those connections. And so once they get to their sophomore, junior, or senior year, and they're interested in either undergraduate research or an internship opportunity, they have already built that relationship with them so that they can get help with that next step. One thing about our faculty is they are really passionate about helping our students and being able to help them get to that next level and to that next step. Our institution is made up of about five different academic colleges, including the College of Business, College of Nursing and Health Professions, our College of Engineering, College of Arts and Sciences, and Christ College, which is the third oldest honors college in the nation. With that, we have over about 70 different majors that our students are able to choose from, and they are all direct admission programs. So once you apply and you're admitted, you're officially a student in that program and you can start taking those courses. There are no additional steps that you have to take. As you can see, Valpo has consistently been ranked as a best undergraduate teaching institution, which again, I believe speaks volume as to our faculty and our staff on campus. They are really there to help our students become successful and help them reach their goals. One thing that I really enjoy about our campus is all of the different academic support services that our students have. One being our career center. So once our students are able to start looking for jobs or internship opportunities, our career center allows our students to be able to build their resume, have those mock interviews. So just really prepare them to make sure that they are ready once they are having that interview or they're applying for that internship. We also have some great learning centers, including our math learning center, writing learning center. So for those really difficult calculus, math classes, or if you need help with your paper that you have to submit, these learning centers are available for our students so that they can have additional support outside of the classroom. And I do want to highlight our counseling center and our student health center that we have on campus. It is just 2 blocks from our student union. Especially this past year with the pandemic, a lot of our students wanted to make sure that they were safe. So having a health center on campus with nurses, nurse practitioners and doctors, we're able to have those services for our students to have a peace of mind that your safety is of the utmost importance to us. And if something does happen, you do have a health center right on campus for you. Now, a little bit about our students and what the typical Valpo student is going to look like. They're very involved. So we have over 100 student organizations on campus that vary from fraternity and sorority life, university programming council, a lot of different organizations within our Office of Multicultural Programs. So it is very common for our students to be involved in not only one, but multiple organizations and to hold leadership opportunities in these as well. So it's very much a big part of our Valpo student lifestyle. Service and faith is also very important to us for students who are wanting to have a part of those organizations. Valpo is actually unique in when we have 2 weeks of spring break and we have a lot of our students that participate in some type of mission trip opportunity. But my favorite one is definitely Valpo Day of Caring, which is when our students and our residents at Valpo come together for a whole day of community service and giving back. So as you can see, it's very much part of that Valpo student lifestyle and for them to find something that they're really passionate about. And last but not least, I want to mention our fine arts opportunities for our students who are very much into music ensembles, or some type of organization now, and you're not necessarily a fine arts major, you're able to come and participate in those programs and still very much have that as part of your journey here at Valpo. Now, as far as our application, if you're a junior or a senior in the room, we actually do have our application that is available. We are test optional, so our students are able to apply without submitting those ACT or SAT scores if they weren't able to take it. And we're still awarding our merit-based scholarships, which range from $22,000 to $27,000 a year. So making Valpo definitely an affordable option for students. Now, if you are interested in visiting us on campus, if you're able to do those in-person visits, we are offering those this year, but completely understand if you aren't able to. So we have some virtual options. We would love to learn more about you. So definitely check us out and follow us on our social media. But thank you so much for joining us today. If you have any additional questions, I would be more than happy to connect with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Valparaiso University, please put it down in the Q&A at the bottom. Next up, we have University of Iowa.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lacey Patterson, and I am the Texas Regional Admissions Counselor for the University of Iowa and actually live in the DFW area. So it's my privilege to work with students from Texas as they consider the University of Iowa for their college choice. The University of Iowa is located in Iowa City, Iowa, and we're home to the Hawkeyes. The University of Iowa is the flagship university, a Tier 1 research institution, and member of the Big Ten. The University of Iowa is home to one of the most acclaimed medical centers in the world, in addition to being a globally recognized leader in the study and craft of writing. With just under 32,000 total students on our campus community, we are full of rich of culture, and we celebrate the history and story that each person brings to the University of Iowa. At the University of Iowa, 1 in 3 undergraduate students are engaged in research at any given time. Students can expect access to faculty with a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and the average undergraduate class size is 30 students or less for 80% of our undergraduate courses. With strong academic opportunities, it is no wonder that Hawkeyes are very successful upon graduation, with 95% of our students employed or in graduate school within 6 months of graduation. With over 200 undergraduate programs and 100 graduate, doctoral, and professional programs across 12 academic colleges, it's clear why the University of Iowa is ranked the 34th public university in the nation. At the University of Iowa, choosing a major is just the start. When it comes to an academic plan, we are flexible at Iowa. You can focus on what you love and work across areas of study to build on your own combination of courses. Wherever your interests lead you, we want to help you get there. The top 5 areas of study for my Texas students are English and Creative Writing, our Tippy College of Business, the Health Sciences, our College of Engineering, and Biological Sciences. Well, I would love to talk to you about each of these programs. I don't have a full hour, so I'll just focus on the top 3. First, I'd like to start with English and Creative Writing. The University of Iowa's breadth and depth of writing is second to none. When you think of writing, this is a quintessential skill set that you will carry with you throughout your professional and personal lives. At the University of Iowa, students have diversity in their degree offerings in writing. First, English and Creative Writing, undoubtedly our most well-known and celebrated program, focuses on personal growth as a writer. Our innovative screenwriting and cinematic arts programs with impressive Hawkeye connections to Hollywood. And then our journalism and mass communication program, which takes a multimedia approach to storytelling. Next, the Tippy College of Business. The Tippy College of Business is the 21st public business program in the nation, and it offers direct admission for competitive incoming first-year students. Students admitted to Tippy participate in real-world experiences and leadership opportunities through our Tippy Rise program. Tippy Rise stands for Research with Faculty, Internships, Study Abroad, and Experiential Courses. Finally, I'd like to talk about Health Sciences. At Iowa, the Health Sciences are one of the most impressive academic professional programs. Our campus is home to 3 hospitals, a College of Medicine, College of Dentistry, College of Pharmacy, College of Public Health, College of Nursing, Neuroscience, Speech and Hearing Sciences, Chemistry, Biochemistry, Biomedical Sciences, Health and Human Physiology, and much more. Undergraduates who aspire to continue on to professional medical programs find strong mentorship with faculty, groundbreaking research, and a unique opportunity to be immersed in a robust and innovative health science-rich academic community. Next, the University of Iowa's application for admission for fall of 2022 will open in August. We accept the University of Iowa application, the Common application, and the Coalition applications. There is absolutely no preference on which application you choose. As you will see here, our admissions process is very transparent, and we're proud of the fact that we have an 80% acceptance rate for the fall of 2021. I'm also happy to share that for fall of 2022, Iowa is test flexible for admission and scholarships. What this means is students are encouraged to apply for admission with or without a test score. Applications without a test score will need to submit an essay and a high school transcript with their application. If a student is able to take the ACT or SAT at a later date, they're encouraged to submit that score. The receipt of that score will never negatively impact admission or scholarship, but could improve scholarship opportunities. Next, Hawkeyes are very engaged outside of the classroom with over 600 student organizations, from social organizations, academic, religious, cultural, sports, and philanthropic organizations. Students are able to enhance their education by engaging in the campus community and beyond. Every club, event, and activity is an opportunity to make new connections and find your community on our campus. Living and learning in one of America's top college towns, it's easy to see why students call Iowa City home. Finally, thank you for your interest in the University of Iowa. Please reach out to me directly with any questions. I'll put my information in the chat. and to learn more about your journey to the University of Iowa. It's great to be a Hawkeye.
Awesome. Thank you so, so much. If you have any questions for the University of Iowa, please put it down in the Q&A at the bottom. Next up, we have Southern Illinois University.
Hello, welcome to Southern Illinois University. I am Julie Strauss and I am your admissions coordinator, and we are here to help you to traverse through that difficult decision of finding the right college for you. So at SIU, greatness happens here. We are among the top 5% of higher ed research institutes. And the importance of that is research is just not in science and medicine. It's almost in every field you can imagine. And can you just picture it? You as a freshman can start right in and do some research activities, hands-on activities right away. We have pretty much 10,000 to 11,000 undergraduate students, and we have over 100 countries represented. We have over 200 programs offered, so we're very diverse in the sense of major, specialization, and minors. Our undergraduates, of course, as I mentioned, can start as a freshman. And we invest in our students. We actually handed out over $10 million in scholarships and grants that are awarded annually, and over 90% of our students receive some sort of financial assistance. And probably the number one thing is we do not charge out-of-state tuition. We only charge the same rate. If you're in California, you come here, you would be charged as an Illinois resident, which is a beautiful thing, very helpful. Scholarships, I'm not going to go over every detail of the scholarships. The most important thing for you to recognize and realize is that you need to apply early at colleges. If you're a junior, make sure that you start applying early. And if right now you're a senior in high school and starting your college exploration, you still have time to do this, but it's important to get it done as soon as possible. So we do award quite a bit there. We also show our university excellence, and then those contenders go in for the Chancellor Scholarship, and we choose, I think this year we chose probably 26 that received full rides. And our housing at SIU is beautiful. You can see the pictures up there. We have an east and west side campus where there are residence halls for our students. We have anytime meal plans available, which is we have 2 dining halls, and that meal plan is set up so that you can come anytime, day or night, and you can eat as much or as little as you'd like. We have some vegetarian choices, vegan choices, and we actually even have a Mongolian grill. If you look at the third picture over, you'll see that's inside one of the residence halls. We have them, most of our campus is all suite style. So that means that you have a room, 2 rooms on each side with a bathroom in the center. So you do share that bathroom, but if you get your housing deposit in early, we can most likely find you a place where you have that 1 room to yourself and just sharing the bathroom. They're fully furnished, cable internet, all utilities. We even have laundry facilities that are free for your use. At SIU, we are 15 NCAA Division I sports. We're a part of the Missouri Valley Conference, and brand new to us is women's soccer. We are actually very excited about that, and we have all renovated facilities. So it's pretty interesting and beautiful. Okay, so here's the budget. In front of you, you will see the tuition. We charge per year $9,638. That's 30 credit hours. That's 15 semester hours each semester. Fees are going to run you around $52.66. That includes your insurance, your activities, getting to all of our events for free, access to our Saluki Express bus, and then room runs you around $10,622. That includes your meals and everything. So that total runs you $25,526. And if you look online, you'll see that that fee is a little bit higher than that. That's because we've added in living expenses, but the school is not going to charge you for those expenses. What you see in front of you is what the school is actually going to charge. So be a part of us, be a part of Go Dogs. Apply online. You can do that online by going to SIU/apply. It's a $40 application fee, or there's also some waivers out there. If you're 0 EFC or on the lunch program, there are ways for you to get that waiver. We are test optional, so we don't need you to test. However, we do need you to send your official transcripts over to us. And you can also send your ACT and SAT scores, but they are not required. And to wrap it up, follow our story. Visit us on social media. We'd love to have you. We're here to help you make things more comfortable. And have a great evening.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Southern Illinois University, please put it down in the Q&A at the bottom. Next up, we have Iowa State University.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Rafael Mendoza Nunez, and I am one of the regional admissions counselors for Iowa State. I am actually based in Austin, Texas, so I have the privilege to be the admission counselor for anyone coming kind of from Central to South Texas. And we do have a second admissions counselor who takes care of the northern part of Texas. So once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to throw them on the Q&A, and I would be more than happy to answer those for you all. To kind of go ahead and get started, let's talk about where Iowa State is located. So we are in a small college town called Ames, Iowa. To kind of give you perspective, we are about a 12-hour drive from Dallas. So I know it sounds like a lot, but at the same time, if you think about it, go through 4 different states, it's a pretty decent drive. At Iowa State University, we house 6 different academic colleges: the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, Ivy College of Business, College of Design, the College of Engineering, College of Human Sciences, and the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Within these 6 different academic colleges, we have the ability to offer our students over 100 different academic majors, wide variety of different options. Although Iowa State University is known as the School of Science and Technology, we are definitely known for a lot of different programs. Although our #1 program is mechanical engineering, we are also nationally recognized for apparel merchandising and design. So 2 different worlds that are in one central location. Why Iowa State? You're able to be a part of a lot of different specialized programs. If you're interested in attending vet school, Iowa State University was actually the first public school in the nation to have a vet school. For those of you that are looking into getting a law degree, we have a special program called the 3+3 program, where you're able to receive both your bachelor's degree and your law degree in 6 years instead of 7. We are a top tier 1 research institution where we have over 100 different research labs on campus. Whether you're interested in the hard sciences like biology, chemistry, research in those areas, or you're a little bit more interested in research through psychology, social studies, and just a lot of social different majors. One of the biggest things that we're proud of at Iowa State is that 96% of our students that graduate from Iowa State tend to have a job offer, get into a graduate program 6 months after graduating. So that's a very high percentage in just the right amount of time. Another big thing that we're proud to say is that Iowa State University is among the top 25 most beautiful campuses in the nation. One little random fact is that we do have over 100 different species of trees. So around the fall time, when all of these trees are changing colors, it's just a beautiful time to kind of just walk around campus and take the environment, be able to take it in. Whenever I do get the chance to go back to campus, I make sure to schedule some time out just to walk around campus because I find it very relaxing. We know going out of state can be a little more pricey than sometimes occasionally staying in state, but if you do your research right and look into different options, it might be even cheaper to go out of state. So for Iowa State, we have our tuition and fees at $24,508 and our room and board at about $9,000. We do not require our freshman students to live on campus their first year, but about 95% of the students decide to just to be able to get that freshman experience when they're at Iowa State. So how are we going to be able to pay for that? For our Texas students, we do have these automatic merit award scholarships where if you meet any of these requirements, you're able to get either our Adventure Award, Journey Award, or our Quest Award. If you get one of the 3, you automatically get that Exploration Award. As you could see on this scholarship slide, it is asking for our SAT or ACTs, we have gone test optional for fall 2021 and fall 2022. So if you do have those SAT or ACT scores, feel free to submit them. If you don't have them, don't worry about it. You would go through an individual academic review process, and we would make sure that we look at your GPA and your high school transcript to see what core courses you have taken. Here is the list of our social media pages. I definitely encourage you all to take a look. I highly encourage you all to check out our Instagram page. We've definitely been doing a lot of student social media takeovers. So you're able to see what a day in the life of a college student is and ask our current students, ask them questions, see how they're liking Iowa State. I do have my personal contact information on this screen. If you have any questions, from here on out, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to answer those questions for you. I do know I threw a lot of information out there for you all. So if you want to know a little bit more about our process and just what it takes to get into Iowa State, I'd be more than happy to discuss those with you all.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Iowa State University, please put it down in the Q&A. Next up, we have Illinois Wesleyan University.
Right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Andrew Starnes, and I am regional mission representative for Illinois Wesleyan for the South, including the Lone Star State. So looking forward to getting a chance to talk quickly about Illinois Wesleyan and how we were recently named the Hidden Gem University of the Midwest, and how we've gotten some great rankings, including top 10 in the nation for job placement. So with IWU, we are a small liberal arts university. We got about 1,700 undergrads. So we are, again, on the smaller side, able to have about 16 on average in the classroom. We're in Bloomington, Illinois, so that's about 2.5 hours south of Chicago. About 130,000 people live in the Bloomington area, so it's a good sized community. One thing you won't see at Illinois Wesleyan will be the large classrooms. So I already mentioned a little bit, our classroom size averages are very small. That's going to open up a lot less lecture, more discussion, just really get quality conversation, interaction with your peers and your professor, making sure you get your questions answered in class, just making sure we do everything we can to add that extra value towards your education, making it very worthwhile, especially if you're considering grad school, because Illinois Wesleyan is an undergrad university only, don't have grad students, so it's all about the traditional undergrad experience, including research opportunities. Almost 25% of our students are engaging in grad level research, which is just going to add so much experience for going to the next level. With IWU, we are broken up into 3 main colleges. We have our College School of Nursing, almost 2 decades of 100% job placement. It is a direct admit nursing program. College of Fine Arts. So we have our main School of Theater Arts, art and music, just a great blend of the fine arts, professional degrees, and the liberal arts mixed in, and then our main College of Liberal Arts as well. It does contain the majority of our 80 major minor combinations, including everything from psychology to physics, political science, neuroscience, pre-med. We have pretty much about every track you could imagine to get you into the workforce or grad school. We do take a lot of pride in trying to become a very diverse campus. We've got about a third of our campus students of color. We have an office devoted to it for our Office of Diversity and Inclusion, referred to as ODI, on campus. We do everything from lavender graduation, recognition for our achievements of our LGBTQ plus community, to pre-orientation programs designed for students of color to make sure they know resources and give them a voice for campus. And then everything from interfaith to even first-gen students. Over a third of our last class was incoming first-gen students. So the point of it is, no matter what your background is, we want to make sure we're very open and welcoming campus. The campus life itself, we do resemble a lot of larger university life, minus, again, the large student population. We do have over 120 different student organizations active, including Greek life. So we do have fraternities and sororities, events going on campus. Just a lot to choose from, including sports. We are D3 NCAA, including esports as well. So we tend to do very well in our conference, dominate a lot of sports play, and we're just super proud of our student athletes across the board. Now, one thing we don't want you to feel intimidated by is our total cost. Even though we are a liberal arts private institution, we don't want to scare anyone away with the total cost itself. Over 95% of our students will end up getting financial aid. So that is a merit scholarship that can be renewable each year, and that is based on GPA and scores. Typically, our average coming in is a 3.75 GPA, 26 ACT, 12.10 SAT. So if you're at that range, not only would you be in great shape for being admitted, but receiving our higher end scholarship opportunities as well. So for our next step in the process, for seniors, our app is still open for this fall. Our juniors, the app will go live for you in August. So we are on the Common App. We have our own internal application as well. Both are free, so we keep it very simple to apply. We are test optional as well. So for students that have not been able to take their exams, we will have pathway and including not only acceptance, but scholarship full consideration for our test optional students as well. And then in terms of the next steps for visiting, we are doing virtual events this fall, or excuse me, this spring and summer. And then we are doing in-person visits safely through this year as well as we start to hopefully get some things back to some normalcy. We definitely hope that you will be in touch. My main contact information is in the top left, my main email and direct line. So if you have any questions from this presentation, feel free to reach out to me. And thank you so much again for tuning in to learn more about IWU and the rest of the institutions. And I hope everyone has a great rest of the evening.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Illinois Wesleyan University, please put it down in the Q&A at the bottom. Unfortunately, Drake University was not able to make it this evening, so I will ask our presenters for tonight if you can actually pop on your video, and I am going to share my screen. This is a really important question that I would like to pose to you all, and we'll just go in presentation order, but this is important because, you know, we have students out there that are in various parts of the college application or college search process. Maybe they didn't even apply just yet. So we want to know, you know, coming from your expertise as admissions officers, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll actually start with Valparaiso University.
So one piece of advice that I would give for students is don't cross out universities right away. If you have an idea of what you're looking for and you have some institutions that you're thinking about applying to, apply to them. Because once you apply, you'll be able to find out what type of scholarships they're offering, learn more about their campus environment. So definitely make sure that you are doing your research on each institution and gathering all the information together before you make that final decision. Because too much we see students that will just go to the school that all of their friends are going to, but it might not necessarily be the best fit for you. So definitely look into those institutions and do your research to find out what is going to be the best fit for you.
Awesome, thank you. University of Iowa?
Yeah, the advice I would share is that to make sure that you're talking with your family about your budget for college. It's important to look at your resources that you have from your parents to maybe aunts and uncles or grandparents, and also for you to do some legwork as well for applying for scholarships. There's a lot of resources out there, so don't rule out of state or private school opportunities. Just make sure that you know your budget, know what's realistic so that you can find not only that good academic fit, but that good financial fit as well.
Awesome advice so far. Southern Illinois University, what would you add?
Yes, I think it's extremely important to visit every campus that you think you might be interested in, and then really take the time to find what makes you feel comfortable. That's probably the number one thing. And the next is to definitely ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions and do not fear failure. There's no such thing as failure. Just step off the curb, get that ball rolling. The faster you get that ball rolling, the brighter your life will be.
Thank you. Iowa State University.
I think two main things is one, making sure that you're talking with your admissions counselor. You never know what that additional connection can get you later on. They can be kind of your liaison between you and potential more scholarships. So just constantly make sure that you're talking to your admissions rep and see if there's anything that they can do for you. And then just once again, stepping outside your comfort zone, stepping outside of the box, and getting a little bit away from your safety zone, because at the end of the day, being kind of in a quote unquote danger zone can make you kind of just explore who you are.
Thank you for that. Illinois Wesleyan?
Yeah, I just think, getting to know the admission counselor that you're wanting to work with, but really just take advantage of these visit opportunities. I know virtual isn't always going to be the greatest experience compared to seeing something in person, but at the same time, if you've got several schools that you really realistically can't go to all of them travel wise, this 10-15 minute virtual could really make or break knowing that's a finalist who want to go visit in person. So feel like doing it safely. So just utilize what resources you have and really take that to your advantage.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We do have another question. We have some time. We have a few minutes. So we do have another question that I would like to ask. This actually tends to be my favorite because everyone has such unique ways of having traditions and events on campus. So again, we'll just start in presentation order. What is your favorite event or tradition on campus? And Valparaiso University, you're first.
My favorite tradition on campus would be opening convocation. That is when we have all of our incoming freshmen. They gather at the student union right before classes starts the weekend before, and they walk from the student union to the chapel. And as they're walking to the chapel, they are surrounded by current students, faculty, and staff. It's a way of celebrating them, to welcoming them to the community. So it's a very big event that happens right before the first day of classes, just to show how much of a community Valpo really has.
Awesome. Thank you. University of Iowa?
Yes, I would like to talk about a more recent tradition, but it's my absolute favorite. So in 2017, the Iowa Wave was developed. And so what this is our Steed Family Children's Hospital is built right next to Kinnick Stadium. And so after the first quarter of every home football game, the fans, the players, the officials, everyone turns and waves at the children and their families in the hospital. It's been featured on Sports Illustrated and ESPN, and if you Google it, you can see it, but it's my absolute favorite. It's heartwarming, and it still gives me chills to this day.
Awesome. Southern Illinois University.
Well, we have several fun events and traditions on campus, and there are so many I can't even name all of them, of course. So I'll just name one that I really like, and that is the boat regatta that we have. And this initially started almost 50 years ago, where our design class, the students were put to task to build boats out of cardboard and then race around a 200-yard out of our campus lake, race around to see who could actually make it to the end. So the designs are absolutely phenomenal, and the fun that's involved. It's always the end of April, which it is warmer here than Chicago per se, but in April it's still a little chilly. So it's kind of fun to watch everybody jump into their cardboard boats with their enthusiasm that they're going to make it to the finish line, and some make it halfway out of the dock and they sink. So it's a very fun event and a lot of creativity involved.
Awesome. Thank you. At this point in time, I'd like to just pause. We hopefully will have a few extra minutes to get through the next universities for this particular question. But Drake University has joined us. I know we have tons of connectivity issues still in the state of Texas. So, we just have to work together as a team to make it work. So I would like to give Drake University an opportunity to quickly, in a few minutes, go ahead and share some information about their institution. So Drake University, go ahead. You have a few minutes.
All righty, give me 1 second. And like I said, I apologize. I had a very bad internet connection earlier, but I'm happy to be able to join. Give me 1 second while I share my screen.
And Drake University, just so you know, right at quarter after or 44 minutes after, we'll have to close out the session.
Okay, sorry. So my name is Jeremy Curtis. I am the Assistant Director for Regional Recruitment at Drake University. We're located in the capital city of Des Moines, Iowa, which is a large capital city which sits directly about 13 hours from Houston, Texas. I'm actually unable to, okay, there we go. So we've got just under 3,000 undergraduate students. So we're a mid-sized institution. This is specifically for students that like to make connections with their professors. We've got a 21 about average class size with a 10-to-1 faculty to student ratio. We also offer over 100 undergrad programs, with 36 being graduate programs. So we like to say that we have something for our students. As you can see to the right-hand side of your screen, we've got the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Business and Public Administration, Education, Journalism and Mass Communication, Pharmacy and Health Sciences. We offer over 140 student clubs and organizations as well. And what I really want to highlight to our students is going to be the application process. But before I do that, know that 70% of our students actually come from out of state of Iowa. So this is perfect for students that are wanting to get that experience of connecting with students from all over, and not just from one specific area. But with the application process, we offer 2 pathways. Students can choose to apply with the test score, or go the test optional route and have a essay or interview instead. We do offer tuition guarantee, so our prices is locked in for 4 years. So for students that are looking to budget or understand how far their scholarships will go, Drake awards a presidential scholarship and has tuition guarantee as well. That presidential scholarship range is between $21,000 and $25,000 per year. And that is what I will leave you with. And I will, in terms of campus traditions, I will share that one of my favorite traditions on Drake's campus revolves around Drake Relays. So that is a time where, if you're from Texas, you know that football is really the main staple. The Drake Relays is that at Drake. So 40,000 fans come from all around the world, and they're street painting, and students just gather in the middle and paint squares in the middle of the street. I wish I had a background, but it's just a fun, amazing time on campus during that Drake Relays.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Drake University. Appreciate you being able to pop in super quickly. I believe we left off at Iowa State University, Southern Iowa. You went right with your favorite campus tradition. Iowa State University and Illinois Wesleyan, if you would like to go just briefly and tell us your favorite campus tradition.
Yeah, so I would say my favorite campus tradition would be Destination Iowa State, and it's pretty much a transition event that we have at the beginning of each semester. Huge, well, used to be a little bit of a bigger event before COVID, where we have over 900 clubs and organizations at Iowa State. So all of these orgs were on just central campus, giving out food, just kind of talking to students, playing music. So definitely a fun event. Due to COVID, it was brought down to size just a little bit, but it is thankfully still an event that we are able to host.
Yeah, just on our campus, we do an event each year called the Big Show, and basically turn the campus into one big party. A lot of fun activities for students to just hang out, participate in a lot of team building and fun exercises, and top it off with a big concert in the main student center there at the end.
Awesome. Thank you everybody so much. You're more than welcome to pop your videos back in as you kind of join in saying goodbye to our attendees for this evening. I do want to thank you all as presenters and panelists for attending this evening. Thank you all so much, and just being flexible and being willing to work as a team, but also thank you to our attendees for coming to the virtual information or virtual college fair session. We learned a lot of awesome information about the different amazing institutions that were here this evening. So thank you for joining us. With that said, super quickly, my attendees, when you close out this window, very quickly, a 4-question survey will appear. So please give us some feedback. Also, sign up for more sessions. This is one of many college presentations for this evening. So please make sure you check out the other sessions and the other time slots. Also, a recording will be available of this. So if your friend, your mom, your grandma, your cousin, whoever missed out on the opportunity to check out these amazing institutions, they can find that recording, and it will be available at strivescan.com/Texas. With that, you all, thank you again so much, and I hope you have a great night. Bye.